Peace be to you all. AsSalama'laikum. My Abdul Malik, physician assistant and health educator. Ramadan Mubarak to those of you guys that are observing it. Today I want to do a follow-up video of my last one. I got some questions about what to study before PA school. So of course the CASPA cycle for 2021 has opened up. Now, for those of you all who are fortunate enough to actually be granted an interview and then, after all is said and done, and then even blessed and privileged enough to get in a PA program, wherever you get into, and you feel that you really want to prepare. So let's say CASPA's open now. You should find out by, I guess, maybe July, I would say. They'll probably start sending out notices for acceptance letters or rejection letters by June. They do an interview, or not acceptance or rejection, but start sending out interview invitations in June, and then you would know by July, at the end of July, if you got in, and then start classes late August or early September. Every school is different, and I say this is a erstwhile PA professor. I taught at Howard for a few years, and also did some things in administration in a higher academia. So it can be a very convoluted process. Each school is different. So in preparation, if you get in, Lord willing, inshallah, first and foremost, I would say really try to establish good study habits. The information that is disseminated in PA school comes at you a lot faster and a lot more compressed than an undergraduate. Your undergraduate was spread out over 4 years. So PA school is only 2 years, 24 months, maybe 30 if there's an ancillary program like an MPH program in conjunction with it. So you have to be able to balance your work. I mean, not your work. You shouldn't be working. Keep that on the low if you are working. I did a video about that. But be able to balance your life and school. You're going to have weeks where you're going to have 3 exams, maybe 5, and a patient presentation. When you're taking your physical diagnosis class, and possibly a paper if you have that pesky medical ethics class that people kind of complain about. But you just have to really have your schedule together. Then another thing is stress management. I did a previous video on that, and that's one of the questions I would ask when I would interview people, prospective students. Say, how do you deal with stress? This is one of my ways of dealing with stress. I'm a busy hospitalist PA, and being out here in the woods and staying in shape helps me deal with stress. Now, if you feel you must study something, somebody was really pressing me. What do I study? What do I study? Anatomy and physiology, which you've probably already had, especially if you were a biology major, or something like in the health sciences, like nursing or respiratory therapy. And you don't need to go super in depth about it. Wait till you get your syllabus from your professors, because they might not even cover the whole syllabus. And PA school, your anatomy and physiology is not going to be on the same depth as it will be in medical school. You'll be in the gross lab for sure, but you're not going to probably be doing the major dissections. That's really usually reserved for the med students. Again, depending on what school you get into or have gotten into. For some of you guys, I would say that one of the courses that gave me the most problems was clinical chemistry, because even though I was an erstwhile nursing student and had some exposure to clinical chemistry, I really didn't know it that well. So it really, it killed me. I almost flunked it. I think they put me on academic probation for the first semester. So I got a C minus. The professor was nice to me. But clinical chemistry includes your CMP, BMP, so your complete metabolic panel or your basic metabolic panel, your CBC, complete blood count with diff, so your red blood cells and WBCs, hemoglobin, hematocrit. If you feel that you really have to study before you start PA school, I think it would be helpful just to memorize maybe the components of the CMP, so the complete metabolic panel, the reference range for potassium and sodium, chloride. It may make it easier for you just to know those reference ranges, and you can review some of the signs and symptoms of those electrolytes. When they're if you're hyperkalemic or hypokalemic, and maybe some treatments. But certainly you can memorize the reference ranges. That may make it easier. And then just practice. If some nice family members have bequeathed some examination tools upon you, so a stethoscope, maybe an ophthalmology kit with an otoscope and an ophthalmoscope. You can just fiddle around, test your skills out on your family members, practice looking into people's eyes and ears. And that might be something that'll be helpful. Back when I was at school, which was back in 2000, I graduated in 2000, got in 98. But, I had classmates that had never had any exposure to healthcare. And, back then, this is more than 20 years ago, you didn't need direct patient contact hours and things like that. It just looked good, but really if you had an adequate GPA and some halfway decent reference letters, you were fine. At least where I got into school. I went to Howard for PA school and then did my master's at the University of Nebraska Medical Center. But it was challenging getting acclimated to some of the equipment, even though I was a certified nursing assistant. I knew how to take blood pressures and vital signs, but I didn't have any experience with the ophthalmoscope or otoscope. So it's a sharp learning curve, and even a steeper learning curve for those who had never experienced any of that physical diagnosis stuff. Well, so that's it for now. So don't kill yourself trying to memorize a bunch of stuff and really master a lot of heady sciencey stuff before you get into PA school. Just really, again, get your study skills down, your life study balance, all the stuff you did to get that nice juicy GPA that got you into the PA program. All right, I hope that was helpful. You guys can contact me if you want. I'll put some contact information in the description. I wish you all the best of success in your positive endeavors. Take care, and I'll do some follow-up videos. Just put in the comment section what you would like me to discuss. I've been a PA for more than 20 years now. All right, take care.